Pac-12 championship game to the Oregon Ducks. The final score: Arizona Wildcats 13 to the Oregon Ducks 51. Oregon Ducks it was bad. It was really bad. I really believe that Arizona, the Wildcats, were going to be able to um, pull out a victory in this game. I thought that the Arizona Wildcats, they were due. I thought they were really due for a win, and it just didn't work out that way. I mean, the Arizona Wildcats, I think one of the things that was really bad for them, what was really hard on them, is the Arizona Wildcats are so young. Scooby Wright, I think, is a sophomore, and I knew Solomon is a freshman, and Caleb Jones, I think he's a sophomore. Nick Nick um, Nick I think he's a freshman also. So it's just it was a lot of just a lot of young guys, um, somewhat easily impressionable. Um, but as the game was wearing on and on and on, then and the U of A kept getting further and further down, and losing more and more. Then I kept thinking that the U of A was gonna punch their way back into this game, but it just I don't know. It wasn't in the cards. I mean, whenever Rich Rodriguez from the Arizona Wildcats, the coach, took out Anu Solomon, then and we had Scroggins in there, then I was kind of like, well, maybe he kind of wants to try a different quarterback in there and just see if something happens, because it was 0-23 at that point. I think the first half. I knew Solomon had played the whole first half, and they threw. The U of A Wildcats were able to stop the Oregon Ducks right in the beginning, because I think both teams were somewhat timid, and they were both nervous and making a lot of mistakes right in the beginning. Oregon Ducks, they made a ton of mistakes right in the beginning. I think in the first half, or in the first and second quarter, I think they had like 10 penalties called against them or something. It was pretty bad for the Oregon Ducks. But then, and the Arizona Wildcats were able to hold them to just field goals for a little while. But then it got bad, and the Oregon Ducks were able to capitalize and able to score a touchdown, and they scored three more touchdowns in the second half, and so and at that point, then it just got worse and worse for the Arizona Wildcats. But I think that with a little bit of experience, having this game underneath their belt, and a lot of the Arizona Wildcats are going to come back next season. I think the only one that's going to leave after this season is probably Hill from the Arizona Wildcats. So there's going to be a lot of players that are going to come back next season, and they're going to have this loss under their belt, this bad taste of a loss under their belt, and I think so. Next season they'll be a lot more prepared, and if they do come up against Oregon again, then it will be a closer game. Who knows? Maybe the Arizona Wildcats can beat the Oregon Ducks next time that they play them in if if they play them in the championship, in the Pac-12 championship next season. You know, just because you have one loss, one big loss like this championship, or this Pac-12 championship game, doesn't mean that you should throw in the towel. So we'll just kind of wait and see what happens. I think they're going to play a bowl game. The Arizona Wildcats are going to play a bowl game next, and then after that, then just start up the whole thing again next season. So anyway, the Arizona Wildcats lose this game big time to the Oregon Ducks. The final score: Arizona Wildcats 13 to the Oregon Ducks 51.